To them young boys in the hood with big dreams of being superstars. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't, but you gotta work super hard. To the older man who feels his life is over cause he wasted it standing on corners. One thing I learned about the streets, it's never too late for a come up. I was told before that I couldn't do it. I remember being told by my own peeps not to rap, and singing in my hood wasn't popular, but I got respect for it cause I was a beast. Facts. If you got a dream, you gotta stay committed, you can get it, but you gotta be a beast, you can't slack for a minute. Remember this, if you remember nothing else, you gotta be relentless.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and misery bots of all ages, back again. This time showing you my unboxing of the Steam Deck I got, the refurbished 64 gigabyte Steam Deck that I got. But before I do, if you like that intro music, definitely check out the Adrian Rockstar SoundCloud in the descriptions below. Let's get into the video, my recording of me unboxing the 64 gigabyte refurbished Steam Deck from Steam. I got it from Steam. I was lucky enough to get it while it was on the refurbished site on Steam. And yeah, it came in, I unboxed it, I got to play with it for a little bit, and this is just gonna tell you what's up. Like, I do need to take some more time to see if there's any issues with it. I do know in my brief time playing with it, I did come across some issues, but nothing too drastic, nothing that would make me, returning or anything like that. So this is it right here. Your games are going places. It's Steam Deck. It's refurbished. It clearly says refurbished. Now, I already own a Steam Deck. I got the 512 gigabyte anti-glare Steam Deck. I bought that brand new a couple years ago, around the time when it first came out. And the unboxing process is basically exactly the same, with the exception of this one says refurbished on it. But outside of it saying refurbished, you would not be able to tell that this joint was refurbished at all. Like, the whole unboxing process, everything in there just looks nice and crisp. Comes with everything that the brand new one comes with in the package, sealed. Your games are going places, baby. Your games are going places. As you can see, completely sealed. I think I actually had to like cut it open or something like that because they used a pretty strong plastic. That is the case for the charger. It's completely sealed as well. I actually had to use a knife and cut it open. Now, the charger itself doesn't look like it's like a brand new charger, but I didn't see any sort of cosmetics. And when I used it to charge up the Steam Deck, it worked just fine. But the only reason that I think it's not a brand new charger is because it was like a little dusty. It was like a little dusty, not even dirty, it was just dusty. Like right here, you'll be able to see it a little dusty on this side, but other than that, like it just looked brand new outside of the dust, which honestly speaking just could have occurred from it being in the box. Like, that could just be from the box, you know what I mean? So that's nothing outside of that. It worked just fine. It even comes with like the booklets and stuff like that, instruction manuals and all that good stuff. What's up, Collapse? We doing opening boxes now? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, this is just a recording of me opening the box for the Steam Deck. Because, I mean, people want to know, like, is the refurbished Steam Deck worth getting? Like, people want to know. See, this plastic is hard plastic, bro. Like, I end up getting the knife to cut that joint open. Like, hold up. Hold up. Defeated by plastic. How much? Basically, with the taxes and everything, it was just under $300. I think it was like $299 for the 64 gigabyte refurbished one, which I'm fine with because, again, I already have a Steam Deck. Most likely just going to give this one to my daughter once I make sure it's all good and safe. If not, I might give it to my nephew, No son. I might give it to my nephew, send it to him. I already have like a micro SD card. The one I have right now is a 250 gig micro SD card. So I'll be able to put like 2 games on it. But I do want to buy like a 1 terabyte micro SD card. And then from there, I'll decide whether I want to ship it up to New York and give it to my daughter, or, I mean, ship it to New York and give it to my nephew, or give it to my daughter and take my other one back. Honestly, what I want to do is I want to buy myself the OLED version, leave the 500 gigabyte one with my daughter, and then maybe ship this one up to my nephew. But first, I wanted to like take it out and try it out and stuff like that. So as you can see, the joint is clean, bro. Like, it is clean. You got your nails done. Open? No, that's just how my nails always look. The thing is clean. Like looking at it, surface level, no scratches, no nothing. No nothing, no scratches, no nothing. Look at the reflection off the screen, dude. You can even see that. Like you can even see the fact I ain't got no shirt on. I ain't realized that when I'm just chilling in my crib, bro. I ain't had no shirt on and nothing. And like his joint was clean. Now I will say that power button is a little off. Like in the new one, it sits up a little higher in the new one that I have, whereas that one is a little bit more flush in. Um, so it's a little harder to press. But other than that, like that power button don't sit like how the volume buttons sit. Basically, it feels like it's been pushed in a little bit more. But outside, yeah, it's clean as fuck, dude. Like it looks like a brand new Steam Deck, honestly speaking. Like you can't looking at it, you cannot tell. Like I have it right here, actually. I have it right here. Like you cannot tell that this is a refurbished Steam Deck. You cannot tell it's a refurbished Steam Deck. And it works, it turns on and everything. Did I charge it? I don't know if it's charged. But you cannot tell that this was a refurbished Steam Deck at all. At all. Like just by looking at it, it's just indistinguishable. Just indistinguishable, bro. I gotta charge this joint up. But I will say, I did notice something about it, and it's nothing. Oh, it is charged up. I did notice something about it, and it's it's nothing that will cause me to like return it or anything like that, because it still works for the most part. But when I was downloading the game, like when I was downloading games onto it, it the buttons would stop working. Like the touchscreen would work, so I would still be able to like navigate the stuff by using the touchscreen. But I, for whatever reason, like the buttons and stuff like that would temporarily stop working. And I'm not entirely sure why it did that. But again, it didn't stop me from doing anything because I could just use the touchscreen to do it. So yeah, something like that wouldn't cause me to like return it or anything like that. But yeah, it's good looking deck. It's still booting up and stuff like that. I had it off for a while. But yeah, the joint is clean. Like clean as fuck, dude. Like you would never know that this was a refurbished Steam Deck. It looks brand new, bro. It looks brand spanking new. Like like highly based off of this initial um unboxing of the Steam Deck, I would definitely highly recommend people get the refurbished joint. But again, like everything on it is still work. It works. Like buttons and everything works. I was able to play the game and stuff like that. But like again, when I was downloading some of these games, no, when I was like downloading some of these games, like the the buttons would stop working. So when I was going through and I was downloading some of these games onto my deck, like for some reason these buttons and analogs and even the touchpads would all just stop working. But I was still able to navigate stuff by like pressing the actual touchscreen and stuff like that. I was able to still navigate like doing stuff like that. So like the touchscreen worked flawless. It never stopped working. But that was the only issue I've had so far. And that was more of a one-off kind of thing. But other than that, I ain't gonna lie. I think I might like the gloss look of the Steam Deck better than the matte look that I have, like the anti-glare one. This screen actually looking better than the one I got. So that's all I wanted to touch on. Just wanted to show you guys the unboxing of a refurbished Steam Deck, 64 gig, which I would still recommend. Granted, it doesn't have a lot of internal storage, but you can buy like a 1 terabyte micro SD card. I was looking on Amazon. You can buy them for like $75 for a 1 terabyte micro SD card. So even with the 1 terabyte micro SD card and the refurbished 64 gigabytes, that you're looking at a 1 terabyte Steam Deck for less than $400. Because with tax and everything, you're probably looking at about $380 and stuff like that. So less. And this is the type of performance. Like this is the type of performance you can get out of a Steam Deck. This is me playing RoboCop Rogue City on Steam Deck, which if you've never played Rogue City, it's a very good looking game. And I basically entirely beat this game on the Steam Deck. But you can get up to 60 frames per second. Now, what I would recommend is maybe locking it at like 30 frames per second so you can get like better visuals. But man, you can get this game and you can play this game in its entirety at anywhere between like 50 to 60 frames per second if you turn on frame gen. I would just recommend maybe play it at 30 frames, and then just bump up the graphics or whatnot. But other than that, yeah, the Steam Deck is a really cool, capable device. Wanted to get another one. I'm gonna get my family into it. Like I said, I might give this one to my nephew. If I could get a hold of OLED, if I could get a hold of a OLED Steam Deck, which I'm trying to get a refurbished OLED Steam Deck, especially with the experience I have with this refurbished Steam Deck right here. With this experience, this is a great experience so far. Now I'm gonna probably do an update video just to see if I come across any other issues. Like I said, the power button on this one feels kind of weird, like it was mashed in a little too hard. And like I said, there was that one incident when I was downloading a game where the button stopped working, everything except for the actual touch screen stopped working. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing, using it, seeing if there's any other issues that I want to address, to either warn people to beware of buying a refurbished Steam Deck, or like if it's minor enough to where I could still recommend it. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay of RoboCop Rogue City. Highly recommend this game. It's actually a really good game. Shooting gallery, but it was actually pretty good. They definitely did RoboCop and the RoboCop universe justice. Like after playing this game, I went back and I started rewatching like the RoboCop movies. But with that being said, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and in the words of Collapse, yes, it's clean as fuck, bro. Check out the Adrian Rockstar SoundCloud in the description below.
To them young boys in the hood with big dreams of being superstars. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't, but you gotta work super hard. To the older man who feels his life is over cause he wasted it standing on corners. One thing I learned about the streets, it's never too late for a come up. I was told before that I couldn't do it. I remember being told by my own peeps not to rap, and singing in my hood wasn't popular, but I got respect for it cause I was a beast. Facts. If you got a dream, you gotta stay committed, you can get it, but you gotta be a beast, you can't slack for a minute. Remember this, if you remember